There's something happening in heaven, and maybe you're already feeling it. Insomnia, intense thoughts, strange dreams, emotions running high? No wonder. On the day, July 10th, 2025, one of the most powerful full moons in recent years will shine brightly, and with it will come the chance to fulfill your deepest desires. But there is a detail that few people know. There is a silent condition, a hidden test that determines whether you are ready to receive what you want so much. If you ignore it, you could lose everything. But if you understand, you could experience the biggest change of your life. Get ready. This video could completely change the way you connect with the universe. The call of the moon. Do you feel that pull? There are times when something shifts in the air, even if no one else notices. It's as if an invisible force begins to move around you. A restlessness, a sudden urge to start over, to cleanse, to ask for something. And if you've been feeling this way lately, it's no coincidence. The sky is about to deliver one of the most powerful movements of this year. Today's full moon, July 10th, 2025. It doesn't come just with beauty or poetry. It comes with strength, with revelation, with transformation, and with a silent question. Are you ready to manifest what you want so much? This moon carries a kind of energy that doesn't go unnoticed. It touches the body, stirs emotions, disrupts sleep, reactivates memories, old loves, and even pains that seemed overcome. It's a subtle but constant call, nudging you in the places where you still need to grow to deserve what you ask for. Because desire isn't just a wish, it's a seed. And that seed only blooms in fertile soil. This moon, with all its brilliance, wants to show you whether you are truly ready to receive or just desperate to fill a void. The curious thing is that many believe that all it takes is a wish and the universe will take care of itself. But that's not quite the case. This moon in particular will expose the areas where you're still out of alignment. It will show you where your words don't match your energy, where you say you want love but vibrate with fear, where you say you want freedom but insist on sabotaging yourself. She doesn't come to punish you. She comes to wake you up, because there is no way to attract a different life by being exactly the same person as always. If you're being pulled into silence, don't fight it. If you're feeling overly emotional, vulnerable with the feeling that everything is about to change, embrace it. You're being touched, prepared, aligned, and this doesn't happen to everyone. Most people go on autopilot, unaware of the opportunity heaven is offering. But if you're here now, if you're hearing this call, perhaps it's because there's something within you that's ready to awaken. Something that's tired of repeating cycles and now truly desires to break free and be reborn. The universe doesn't shout, it whispers. And the moon on the 10th will be the megaphone for these whispers. Pay attention. Notice what repeats itself, what appears in your dreams, what stirs in your chest. Everything is a sign. Everything is preparation. You don't need to understand it with your mind. You just need to feel it with your heart and choose not to ignore. The power of intentions on the night of July 10th. There is a window in time where wishes become seeds sown straight into the heart of the universe. The day, July 10th, 2025. This will be the window. A full moon charged with intensity will open a portal where everything you truly emanate can gain strength, form, and direction. But be careful. Not just any desire will find a way. This moon doesn't fulfill whims. It amplifies truths. It materializes intentions that come from within, not those created to please the ego or escape pain. It's important to understand that desiring isn't just asking. Desiring is feeling. It's vibrating in tune with what you want to experience. And this moon will be relentless with those who try to manipulate the universe with beautiful words, but a misaligned heart. If you ask for love but still refuse to love yourself, you'll feel resistance. If you ask for peace but continue to cultivate internal conflicts, your request will not be accepted. This moon listens to what you feel, not what you say, and that changes everything. On the evening of the 10th, your intention will carry spiritual weight. What you write, visualize, feel, it will all be absorbed as an energetic message. So don't ask out of fear, don't wish out of need. Wish with presence. Wish with surrender. Wish with truth. Remember, the way you ask tells the universe what kind of reality you are prepared to live. And that night, that message will be received with frightening clarity. A simple yet powerful exercise is to close your eyes tonight. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, what does my heart really want? No filters, no masks, no rush. And let it come. You might be surprised by what you hear. You might discover that what you thought you wanted was just an attempt to escape something deeper. And that's okay. The important thing is to be honest. Honesty with yourself is the first step to any true transformation. This full moon is a blessing disguised as a mirror. It will show you who you are, so you know what you're asking for. And if you allow yourself this encounter with yourself, you'll realize that the power to manifest isn't in the moon, it's in you. It will only amplify what's already pulsating within you. So prepare yourself. Connect. And wish as if you know the universe has already heard you, but only delivers when the request comes from a heart ready to receive. True desire or disguised need? Not everything you desire comes from a pure place. Sometimes what we call a dream is actually a cry of need trying to disguise itself as a goal. The great trap is that often we don't even realize it. We ask for love, but what we want is for someone to fill the hole they left. We ask for recognition, but what we seek is to erase the pain of never being seen. The intention may look nice on the surface, but what really matters is where it comes from. And this full moon won't accept requests that arise from escape. It will return them all to you, in mirror form. The energy of manifestation is neutral. It only amplifies. If you ask out of fear, it amplifies the fear. If you wish out of resentment, it amplifies the pain. But if your request comes from a place of peace, of truth, of alignment with who you truly are, then it opens the way. So, now is the time to be brutally honest with yourself. Is this desire truly yours? Or is it a desperate plea to be loved, validated, or saved? The answer isn't in the words, it's in what you feel when you think about it. If you find yourself wishing for something that brings immediate relief, be careful. What brings relief today may become a prison tomorrow. That's the beauty and the risk of manifesting without awareness. So before you ask for anything during this moon, take a deep breath and ask yourself, if this never happens, would I still feel complete? If the answer is no, perhaps it's not a true desire. Perhaps it's just another attempt to escape yourself, and the universe doesn't negotiate with escape. It responds to truth. A true desire doesn't hurt. It doesn't demand. It doesn't weigh. It doesn't demand. It inspires. It moves. It transforms from the inside out. It isn't born of lack. It's born of expansion. And when this desire is sent out into the universe, the response is immediate. Not in the form of results, but in the form of movement. Life begins to reorganize itself to align you with what is yours. But first, it removes what is false. So if everything starts to fall apart after your request, don't panic. It could be the universe clearing the way. If you have the courage to look honestly at what you're asking for, you'll discover something liberating. Maybe you don't even want it anymore. Maybe as you peel away the layers of need, a new desire emerges, simpler, deeper, more yours. And then, when the request is no longer a request, but an extension of who you already are, manifestation becomes inevitable. Because the universe never denies a desire that comes from a whole heart. The subtle trap: be careful what you attract. There is a detail that almost no one talks about when it comes to demonstrations. You always attract what you vibrate with, not what you want. And therein lies a dangerous trap. Many people believe they're asking for good things, that they're focusing on positivity, that they're doing everything right. But they continue to attract painful, repetitive, confusing situations. This happens because the universe doesn't hear words. It senses your frequency. It responds to what you truly believe, even if unconsciously. That's why sometimes you ask for love, and attract more abandonment. You ask for lightness and attract chaos. You ask for prosperity and remain stuck, because inside you still vibrate with fear, doubt, and attachment. This is the most subtle and cruel trap of the manifestation process, thinking you're ready just because you want it so much. Wanting alone isn't enough. Wanting without preparation brings lessons, and the universe, ever generous, delivers what you need most to evolve, even if it's not what you asked for. This full moon on the 10th will be a relentless mirror. It will magnify what's vibrating within you right now. Not what you pretend, not what you write on paper, but what you feel when you're alone, in silence, with your eyes closed. What this moon touches within you will be exactly what you emanate, even if you deny it. And this can be shocking, it can be uncomfortable, it can be profoundly transformative if you're willing to face it. So this is the time to take a deep dive, to observe gently but firmly what you're truly feeling. If there's anger, envy, sadness, resentment, look with compassion, but don't hide it, because what you hide over time slows you down. But what you acknowledge, you transform. And once you change your vibration, everything around you begins to change too. It's automatic, it's real. And that's what this moon can provoke in you, if you allow it. The trap of manifestation isn't desire. It's in neglecting what you carry inside. Life doesn't give you what you ask for, it gives you who you are. Therefore, the question isn't, why hasn't it happened yet? The question is, what in me isn't ready for this yet? And that's the question that, under the intense light of this moon, can open doors you never imagined existed, but only if you have the courage to listen to the answer. The hidden test before the gift arrives. Have you ever noticed that? Right after you ask for something important, everything seems to go wrong, as if the universe is testing you, throwing obstacles in your path, messing with your head and emotions. Well, it's no coincidence. Every gift comes with an invisible test. And he doesn't come to punish you. He comes to prepare you, to show you if you're truly ready to sustain what you've asked for, or if you're still just idealizing something you don't know how to carry out. This test doesn't come with warnings. It comes disguised as frustration, silence, waiting, and setbacks. It stirs your insecurities, your old patterns, and everything you still need to heal. And in this process, many give up. They think the universe is saying no, when in fact it's just asking, do you still want this, even in the face of difficulty, even in the face of doubt, even when nothing seems to be happening? And that answer is yours. It's your responsibility to respond with action, with posture, with firmness. The hidden test is actually a mirror of your own evolution, because receiving isn't enough. You have to keep it. You have to know how to handle the blessing when it arrives. And the universe, in its silent wisdom, never delivers something that will destroy you. Therefore, before your desire manifests, you will be tested, not on your strengths but on your weaknesses, not on the easy days but on the days when you feel like giving up. And therein lies the turning point. Those who endure the test achieves what he asked for with maturity and depth. This full moon will accelerate these tests for those who ask with an open heart. It will test how much you trust, how much you maintain faith even without any sign. And perhaps in the coming days you'll feel more vulnerable, more sensitive, more questioning. This isn't a sign of weakness. It's part of the process. And the more you allow yourself to go through this test with awareness, the clearer it will become what needs to be adjusted within you before fulfillment can happen. If you feel like everything is falling apart, remember, testing is the last step before manifestation. Many people backtrack at this stage, thinking it was a mistake to ask, that they don't deserve it, that it would be better to continue as before. But you didn't get this far to go back. You're being polished. You're being molded. And yes, sometimes the universe will turn you inside out, not to punish you, but to align you. Because what comes after this test is always greater than you imagined. The 3 doors that this moon will open, but only for those who are ready. Not all doors open with the same key. Some open with courage, others with renunciation, and some only with silence and maturity. The full moon on July 10th won't just come to light up the sky, it will come as a portal of possibilities. 3 energetic doors will open for those who are prepared. But be careful. It's not about luck. It's about inner readiness. You will only see these doors if you are willing to see what lies beyond the obvious, beyond control, beyond fear. The first door is that of clarity. It will open to those who are tired of deceiving themselves. At this stage, you will begin to see what you previously ignored. Truths about yourself, your relationships, and the choices that silently sabotage you. This door is painful because it brings light where there was once darkness. But it is liberating. By going through it, you stop looking for someone to blame and start taking responsibility. And that's when everything starts to change. The second door is the door of separation. It only opens to those who have the courage to let go. People, habits, thoughts, and situations you hold on to out of fear, but which no longer resonate with your soul, will be exposed. This door requires strength, it requires mourning, it requires letting go, but it leads you to a new inner space. Lighter, cleaner, more open to receiving the new. Many don't go through this door because it hurts. But those who do are reborn, and they realize it was never a loss, it was a liberation. The third door is that of manifestation. But it only opens after the previous two. Clarity and clarity are the keys, because the universe doesn't deposit blessings in cluttered spaces or filled with emotional clutter. By opening this final door, you begin to see small signs, coincidences, opportunities, encounters. It's as if everything begins to move in your favor, not by magic, but because you are finally vibrating at the same frequency as you asked for. These 3 doors will be open to you, but you will only walk through them if you are whole. If you are willing to grow, to let go of control, to listen to what needs to be heard. The moon will shine for everyone, but not everyone will see it, because it's not heaven that decides, it's you. How ready are you to break out of repetition and truly enter your new chapter? A silent ritual to align your energy. You don't need candles, crystals, or complicated words to connect with the universe. Sometimes the most powerful ritual is also the simplest and most overlooked: intentional silence. Amidst the noise of the world of thoughts, of demands, this full moon will invite you to do the opposite of what you've been taught. Be silent, stop, and listen, because in silence, everything that's out of alignment begins to reveal itself. And from there, you can realign yourself, not with effort, but with presence. Choose a moment on the night of the 10th when you can be alone. Dim the lights. Turn off your cell phone. Take a deep breath. Place your hands over your heart. Don't try to ask for anything yet. Just feel. Feel your body, your inner state, your rhythm. What's accelerated? What's at peace? What still hurts? The energy of this moon will touch precisely that point. And if you allow yourself this true connection with yourself, you'll already be achieving the first alignment. Then, if you want, write. Not a list of requests, but a sincere outburst. Write to the moon as if you were writing to a part of yourself you haven't visited in a long time. Say what you feel, what you fear, what you dream. Say what you're ready to let go. Say what you truly want to live. It doesn't have to be pretty or perfect. It has to be real. Because the universe understands the language of the heart, not that of performance. So, burn this paper. Let the fire carry away what needs to go and send to the universe what you want to stay. Do this slowly, without expectations, simply as an act of surrender. A silent but profound ritual. Because in this gesture, you are saying, I trust, and trust is the most powerful vibration there is to manifest. The moon will feel this, and it will respond, in its own time, in its own way, but always with precision. You don't need to prove anything to the universe. You just need to find it within yourself. This ritual is a reminder that what you seek outside already exists within, that your most sincere request is already on its way, as long as you choose to no longer sabotage it with doubts, noise, and repetition. Sometimes, what you need to do is simply stop disrupting the flow and let the truth find space to manifest itself. The importance of what you feel when you desire. There is a profound difference between wishing with a peaceful heart and wishing with an alert heart. The universe doesn't just respond to what you ask for, he responds to what you feel as you ask. And this is one of the biggest keys this full moon offers. Many are doing affirmations, visualizations, lists, and rituals. But all of this, without the right emotion, becomes nothing more than an empty gesture. And emptiness doesn't create. What creates is the emotion behind the intention. When you desire something out of fear of not achieving it, you're telling the universe that you believe more in its absence than its presence. When you desire it in a hurry, you're emitting anxiety, scarcity, and distrust. And all of this contaminates your field. It's not enough to think about good things, you have to feel that they are already possible. This moon will sense exactly where you vibrate, and it will respond accurately to your actual frequency, not your appearance. That's why so many people get frustrated with manifestation, because they don't understand that emotion is the energy that drives desire. If you want this moon to help you achieve something real, start by feeling what it would be like to have that now. Not as a fantasy, but as an internal vibration. Feel the calm, the gratitude, the relief, the joy, even if nothing has changed externally yet. Because this feeling is the ticket to the reality you want to live. When you feel like you already have it, you signal to the universe that you're ready, that you've already become it, that you no longer depend on external things to feel complete. And that's when the miracle begins, when you stop wishing like someone who begs, and start wishing like someone who already trusts, like someone who already vibrates, like someone who already is. This is the secret that separates those who dream from those who achieve. And this moon will make this clearer than ever. So on the night of the 10th, before asking for anything, ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? If it's anxiety, clear it. If it's fear, embrace it. If it's peace, surrender it. Because the universe will pick up on exactly that, and your future reality will be a direct response to your present vibration. You don't attract what you desire, you attract what you vibrate. How the universe responds to your invisible actions. Do you think no one notices what you do in silence? That your small internal changes have no weight? That what you decide in secret has no impact on what will happen? Well, this is one of the greatest illusions that this full moon on July 10th comes to dissolve. The universe doesn't just react to your visible words and actions, it responds primarily to what's happening inside you. The way you feel, react, choose, and position yourself in silence builds, little by little, the reality you will live. Invisible actions are those you take when no one is looking. When you choose not to repeat the same pattern, even when you're afraid. When you forgive without needing to say it. When you let go of control, even when you're trembling inside. When, instead of screaming, you take a deep breath. When you choose to trust even without guarantees. It's these internal, silent, and constant actions that shape your vibrational field. And the universe responds to this with mathematical exactitude, as long as you're still trying to convince the universe with words without changing your inner energy, everything will remain stagnant. But the moment you start changing from within, even if no one notices, everything around you will begin to transform. Coincidences arise, the right encounters happen, doors open, not because you forced them, but because you had become magnetic to what he desires. This is the power of your invisible actions, and the most beautiful thing about all this is that it doesn't require perfection. It requires presence. When you make a mistake, but choose to forgive yourself and try again, you're saying to the universe, I want to grow. When you choose to remain silent instead of reacting with anger, you're vibrating with wisdom. When you say no to what no longer serves you, even in fear of loneliness, you're saying yes to what you truly deserve. All of this is energetic action. All of this is manifestation. All of this is heard and translated by the universe as readiness. So on the night of the 10th, instead of asking yourself, what can I do? Ask, what can I feel? Vibrate, choose in silence that brings me closer to what I desire. The answer will come. And with it will also come the invisible movement of life, which always begins within you. Why some protests turn into chaos first. You ask for light, and chaos ensues. You ask for love, and loneliness sets in. You ask for abundance, and the money disappears. Have you ever experienced this? It happens because often, before the universe delivers what you desire, he needs to clean up everything that is taking the place of the new. This cleansing isn't always smooth. Sometimes it comes in the form of loss, disorganization, confusion, and disruption. But it's not punishment, it's a process. And that's exactly what this full moon can activate in you. The truth behind the chaos. Manifestation isn't just about receiving, it's also about releasing. For something new to come in, something old must go out. But the ego clings. It clings to the familiar, even when it's suffering. And when the universe starts taking away what's already been overcome, we tend to resist, to despair, to think everything is going wrong. But it's not. It's actually reorganizing itself. What seemed like a collapse is often just a foundation being cleared for something much more solid to emerge. This moon will act like a spotlight, illuminating everything that's out of balance. And this light can be uncomfortable, because it exposes, reveals, and shatters illusions. And at this point, many think the manifestation went wrong. But no, it turns out that the universe, before giving you what you asked for, will ensure you have the structure to sustain it. It will test your patience, your trust, your commitment. And if you can handle the discomfort along the way, the end will be lighter than you imagined. Chaos before blessing is a natural stage. It's like cleaning a room full of junk. Before it becomes beautiful, it becomes messy. But only those who trust can navigate this mess with serenity. Those who don't understand give up halfway through the process. But you won't give up. Because now you know. Now you understand. And this awareness changes everything. Chaos isn't the end. It's just the beginning of cleansing. So if in the next few days, something gets out of your control, if it seems like everything is going in the opposite direction to your desire, breathe, trust, surrender, because maybe that's exactly what needs to happen to make room for what you've been waiting for. The phase preceding realization, the necessary discomfort. Few people talk about what happens before the wish being fulfilled, because it's not just about asking and receiving. There's a silent, strange, lonely phase that comes before manifestation. And it's during this phase that many give up, because it's confusing, it's emotionally intense. It seems like nothing is happening, but inside everything is being rearranged. This phase is like a void full of meaning. Uncomfortable, yes, but deeply necessary. And this full moon can take you exactly to that place. Before the new arrives, the old must be undone. But this gap between one thing and another is what we call a crossing. During this crossing, you feel lost. You question everything. It hurts. It's scary. It feels like the universe has forgotten you. But don't be fooled. This is when the most powerful magic is happening, but it's not yet visible. It's being built in the invisible, like a plant growing underground before breaking through the ground. This is the phase where you need to maintain faith even without any evidence. It's where you prove to yourself that you no longer need guarantees to keep moving forward. It's where you mature emotionally. Because trusting when everything is going well is easy. What's hard is trusting when everything is silent. And that's exactly what this moon will test in you. How much you can maintain your vibration even when nothing seems to be changing. It's at this stage that you learn to let go, to stop controlling, to let things flow, even without knowing where they'll lead. You begin to accept that you're not in control, but that you can trust the path. Discomfort stops being punishment and becomes preparation. You begin to understand that the void before fulfillment is the space that needs to be created for what is to come, and that changes the way you experience everything. If you're going through this phase, don't run away from it. Embrace it. Breathe. Honor your process. You're a work in progress. You're being built from within. And what comes after will be so grand, so real, so aligned with who you're becoming, that you'll look back and understand that this discomfort was proof that her reality was about to change. When desire comes, but you are no longer the same. Sometimes, desire finally arrives, but something inside you has changed so much in the process that it no longer tastes the same. You look at the thing you crave so intensely and realize that, deep down, is no longer what you really want. This can be confusing. It can even bring guilt. But it's more common than it seems. And this full moon can bring you face to face with this feeling, receiving what you asked for but realizing you've evolved during the wait. During the manifestation process, you grow. You go through tests, transformations, internal shifts. And, along the way, you stop being the person who made the initial request. This isn't a mistake, it's evolution. It's just that often what you wanted came from a place of pain, lack, and need. But now, you are more whole. And with this new version of yourself, new desires emerge, more aligned, truer, freer. This realization can bring mixed feelings. Part of you may want to hold on to what's arrived out of gratitude, ego, or fear of loss. But another quieter part knows, this doesn't fulfill me anymore. And that's okay. This isn't ingratitude. It's just the realization that you have grown beyond your own asking. And this is something immensely beautiful. It's a sign that you are moving, expanding, reconnecting with your essence. The full moon can illuminate precisely this point. What has come to you is a product of your past. But what comes now needs to be in keeping with your present. And perhaps it's necessary to let go of something that seemed ideal to experience something even more true. This is the dance of manifestation, receiving, evaluating, choosing. You have this right. You can say no to something that no longer speaks to your soul, and that no can open the doors to the most powerful yes of your life. So if something arrives in the next few days, notice it. Feel it. Ask yourself sincerely, does this still make sense to who I am today? If the answer is yes, receive it with love. If it's no, be grateful and let it go. Because true manifestation isn't just about getting it. It's about having the wisdom to choose what truly represents you right now. The secret wishing with a free heart at the end of the day, the big secret isn't wanting it hard. It's wish lightly. Because those who desire desperately don't actually trust. And those who trust don't beg. They surrender. That's the difference. That changes everything. The universe doesn't respond to the weight of your request, but to the vibration with which you send it. To desire with a free heart is to have faith without haste, to want without attachment, to let go knowing that what is yours will find its way to you, and what isn't will be redirected to something even better. But letting go isn't giving up. It's not pretending it doesn't matter. It's actually the most mature and courageous gesture you can make. Because by letting go, you're saying, I've done my part. Now, I leave the rest in life's hands. And that kind of surrender vibrates with peace. And peace is magnetic. Peace is a sign that you've let go of control and entered the flow. This is where miracles begin to happen. When you're no longer chasing after, but walking alongside what's rightfully yours. We must unlearn the anxious way of desiring. Stop asking like someone begging. Start desiring like someone who already feels complete. Like someone who knows that nothing external can fill what only their own soul can offer. Desiring with an open heart means allowing yourself to experience life openly without controlling every detail. It means trusting that even no's are answers, that even delays are protections, that even losses sometimes are the universe saying, that's not it. Something better is coming. On the night of the 10th, when you look at this powerful full moon, do wish, but wish with love, calmly and gratefully. Imagine yourself sending this wish like a balloon of light into the sky. Don't tie it down. Don't hold it tightly. Just let it go. And then live. Trust. Allow. Because the universe never fails. It may take a while, but it always answers. And when the answer comes, you will know, you will feel it, and you will realize that it was exactly how it had to be. So, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and say to yourself, I let go, I trust, I receive. That's the code. That's the vibration. That's the portal this moon will open for you. And if you walk through it with your heart light, whole, present, then prepare yourself, because what's yours is coming. And it's coming in the most beautiful way you could imagine. If this message touched your heart, if at any point you felt that this video spoke directly to you, then it's because this moon is also calling you. You are not here by chance. And your wish, yes, it is being heard. Now it's up to you. Subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, and like this video so that more people are also reached by this energy. Here we walk together, in silence, in truth, in transformation. And tell me, in the comments, are you ready to release your desire and trust? If so, right here, I trust the moon, that will be our keyword. So the universe knows that you are ready. See you in the next video.